and welcome back to my channel. I'm Chari. First of all, I'd like to say thank you, all of you that my new subscribers. I really appreciate it. And I know this few videos, last the first one, are not more very exciting, but I'm trying to teach you all that I know of to making these little cotton dolls. So just bear with me, okay? Today I'm going to show you how to make your little faces, your little, the heads of little faces, and different ways that you can do it. I have, let's see, I have this mold, and I don't even remember where I got it. Either Michael's, it's got to be Michael's, or it could be Joann's. I don't know. I think Michael's or Hobby Lobby, one of those. Places, and it's been a long time since I got it, so I really don't remember. But there are little molds of different sizes, which I love because sometimes I like to make the people or the little dolls real small to go in my nativity scene. And but I tried different methods to do those little faces. I tried the one of them is just the plaster, just good old purpose joint compound, and this is what this one is. And as you can tell, I painted it half so you can tell how nice this looks. See? And of course I would paint the whole thing the same color and then, shadow and make the eyes and all that kind of stuff. But this is one of them. And so you can do that. You can actually use drawing compound on something like this. And basically, as soon as you put it and press it down, very gently, I open it back up, and there they were. In other words, I didn't have to... I probably, what I would do is put a little bit of either cornstarch or talcum powder or something like that in it, a little bit, or oil. Just a little bit of oil, just something that when you pop it out, it's gonna be fine. And then you can just let it dry. So this is one of the ones that I did. Another one that I did, and believe it or not, glue. Who thought of it, huh? And this is the glue that I got. It's just clear, all-purpose glue. But at the time, I was playing with it. I was trying to find something because, like I said, I don't have all my stuff in here. It's between houses right now. So I had to do whatever I had. And so this was actually one of the first ones that I made, which is in the little doll with the pink dress that I showed you the first video. And this is what her face is made out of, okay? And so just so you know that you can do that. You do have to make sure that it dries very, very well before you actually pop it off the mold, okay? That's the only thing with the glue. But it did pop once it was, it took maybe about a couple of days to good and dry, depending how big of the face you're gonna do, and how much glue you're gonna put in there too. Mine is not very, let's see if I can tell. If it's not, see, it's thin. It's pretty thin. Yeah. So it took about a couple of days to get good and dry, but I wasn't in a hurry. But I thought it turned out really good. See, I painted the half again so you can kind of tell the difference. So that's another way you can do a face, okay? Now, the next thing is just go, let me get one. I got some in here. Go to Dollar Tree. Buy yourself for $1, I think, $1.25. I think they went up 25 cents. This little thing, and you get the little doll. Pop the little head off the doll, and then you can make yourself, a mold out of it. So this is one of them that I did, okay? I cut the back. Now, let me show you. It's not completely dry, so in my next video, I will show you the results. But this is what I did. First thing I did is put some of my cornstarch glue over the face. Really good, okay? and then I cover the face with more pieces and make sure I press on indentation of the eyes and all of that, and of cotton, just a little bit at a time. Once I did that, I just kept piling it up even thicker, so it just kind of got like this. But here it is, and I got in, whoops. These are so light, it kind of gets off from you. But can you tell the indentation in there? It did really well now because this is cotton. Okay, like I said, it's not quite dry yet. But because it's cotton, what I did, and I still have to do more coats, I put some of the Rapid Dry, I believe, nail polish, and some just top nail polish. I just kind of put it all in there and a coat of this, a coat of that. So when it's dry, which is be, on my next video, be totally dry, I will make the mold and I'll pull it out and you'll be able to see what it is. So you could make, with the cotton, you can actually make a mold. And I can quickly show you. Just a little bit, okay? I'm trying to make my videos as short as possible. Not because I want to, but because it's still taking a long time to process, okay? Okay, so what I would do is come in here, and you can do the same thing on the Barbie dolls. Well, they're not Barbies, they're knockoff, but the Dollar Tree has, if you want a different kind of a look, I got more grown up, but see, I saturated it pretty good with this. And then I start with the eyes. Whoops. And I really get in there. Okay? And then the mouth. It doesn't really have to be one or the other one. You can just do it as you want to. The whole idea is that you're going to put a lot of cotton on top of this, but the first layer, you want to make sure that it's going down really, really well. Even if you have to go with your fingers a little bit, around the chin, whatever. Because the end result is very smooth inside, so whenever you have to do a mold, it's going to be fine. Like I said, I will show you my next video. And you put more goop. Each time you're going to have to put more goop on it. There we go. And you just build it up. You just build it up until, like I say, you have a nice thick, mold like this one. And once it's good and dry, then put, if you don't have clear, it doesn't matter. Just put some nail polish that you have there, and you don't like it or something, and just paint it with, and nobody's gonna know the difference, right? And the reason you have to do that is because being cotton, if it gets wet, it's gonna be off shape. So you don't want that. Polyurethane is really good too. I don't have any, so this is what I'm using. The clear nail polish, okay? But anything like that will be okay. And I would do, 2-3 little coats on it to be sure that it's going to be okay, but not enough that it's going to take away the dentation of the eyes and the mouth and so on. So anyway, you just keep on building it up until you probably don't even see the face, And once you get this, there's another little piece in here. You make sure you cover it up pretty good. Once you get then all of that in there, then you just make it thicker. Go for it. Okay. And this is one way if you don't have access to get a mold or whatever, in Russia, of course, they sell the little faces everywhere. Some of them make their own, but I have not seen one done this way. And I'm hoping it's going to work out really, really well, but I think it's going to. Anyway, I'll probably give another couple of good coats over it, and then as it is, let it dry, okay? All right. Now, on this here, I don't know where I am. On this one, whoops, sorry about that. I'm trying to get, here we go. Just bear with me just a second. I'm trying to get this thing there, all right. On this one here, I tried this out and it works perfect. It is one of those makeup pads, round pads, okay? And this here, I don't know if it's the brown or what, but you can almost do two, see? So I get one. This is the size I've been using, okay? So, first of all, I get my goop. I really get it in there everywhere, okay? Then I'm going to, on the smooth side of it, not in the where the cotton is kind of like that, just on the smooth side. Make sure you get plenty of the goop. I'm gonna call it goop because I don't know what else to call it. It's just cornstarch and water, hot water. Okay, now I'm gonna put it right in there, and I'm gonna pounce it. I'm even going to, whoops, make sure that's nice and even and all that. And I'll show you the results here in a minute. Hold on. Because you can take it out, by the way, okay? All right, make sure. Don't do it too strong, but yeah, kind of press down a little bit, okay? On the face. Like that, okay? And now, I'm gonna do layers of cotton just to give it more stability inside. And bounce it out. Make sure that's gonna be all in there. And probably a little bit more. Like I said, I don't mind building it up a little bit anyway. Okay, now if you want to, you can even bring this a little bit in. Just like that. It really gives it more stability, believe me. And just bring it in, because it doesn't really matter. Eventually, this part here is not gonna show in the doll anyway. And, but try to make it as flat as you can as you're going in, okay? And then, press it. I'm gonna just get a little bit of the wetness out, just a little bit. Okay? Now, this is the beauty of it. So now you got your mold, you can go easy on it. There are some little specks here or there, just with the brush, easing on it. Press down a little bit here, a little bit there. But be careful not to press down the image. And folks, that is that. I think it turned out really, really good. I have one that is dry. And what I did, I gave it a little more roundness to it. And it's dry. See how the back is not quite dry, but the front is very dry, okay? I can go ahead and paint this now and actually start doing whatever I have to do. So I will give this one coat of the acrylic paint. Now, the only thing I had in here is a light mocha, and that's what I used. There's a lot of different colors. Sometimes you can find flesh and stuff like that. But this one works for me for right now, and this is what it looks like. That's the light mocha. So if I wanted to now, I will just go ahead and paint it and do whatever I want to do to it. When I got done with one coat, and let me show you. Let's see what we got here. I'll just do with this, okay. When I do one coat of it, and you'll be able to see better the image too, by the way. Make sure it's just a soft, nice, soft brush. Okay, whoops. They're so loud, they get away from me. Oh, goodness. Now, the next video, we're actually going to be dressing a little doll, okay? So don't give up on me. Okay, so, and you can see better now. Okay? And it she'll dry fairly fast. These colors dry really fast. When you get done with the, when it's dry, in other words, give her a coat of clear nail polish to it, and I'll tell you why. If, at least for me, I'm not that good with, and actually, you know, I try to make this a little bit smooth too, very lightly. Very, very lightly, okay? And the reason you do that is because when you start painting on them, like the shadowing, the mouth, the eyes, or whatever, if you make a mistake, you have to paint it the whole thing again, you know, and it's a pain. So if you give it a clear, one or two coats of the clear nail polish, or polyurethane, or anything similar to that, whatever you do, since most of them are water, unless, of course, it's something else, all my colors are waterproof, so no problem. I can get a damp paper towel or whatever and rub it off, but it doesn't affect the rest of it. So that's the main reason why I do it. But here it is, and how cheap can that is? Just a little bit, just one, actually one pad makes two, you know? This is one of them. And if you don't want to put the pad on the back, I just put plenty of cotton on this one. This one is dry. This is the boy. This one thing I like about this one, have female and male. Of all of them, of all the sizes, got a male and a female, which is really great. This is the male. So what I did on this one, when I got it out, very, very careful, I kind of gave it a little bit of roundness. Can you tell a little bit? Not to leave it too flat, and that gives it more of a more, I don't know, kind of cohesive little face or something. It looks more natural. So when you get done, the only thing you have to do is just cut it off. The rest of it, what you don't want. Okay? And he is ready to be painted and also put the shellac on it and or whatever. And he's ready to be on a doll. And I get ready, okay? This is how simple it is. Like I said, if you don't want to bring all the stuff in the back, it's fine. In the end, I'll have to put some cotton anyway to put it on the doll. Hold on just a second. To put it on the doll. I mean, it don't look really good right now, but you know, you get the idea, okay? So usually I will put this, I will glue this part on the front and then this part on the back. Not this big, of course, but enough to make it a head of it, see? Okay, you get the idea. Alrighty, and this is how it looks with and without the gloss. One has the gloss, the other one doesn't have it. It really makes a difference. And then I can paint this as little as it is. Whatever I do, if I make a mistake, I get a little something, you know, wipe it off and start it over again. Instead, I have to be painting it over it again because this here, you know, if it doesn't have a protection on the top, it absorbs the other colors. So you don't want to do that, okay? Let's see. So this is so far all I have for the, for the little faces, okay? And it's the glue, the glue, that join compound, also molding like a, you know, I think Dollar Tree has kind of a package of air dry, kind of I don't know what it is. It feels like some kind of clay, but it may be something else. But you can use that one too, by the way. Okay, and then you have your cotton, which I think is great. And then of course this one that I'll show you on our next video. Oops. The results. What I'll do, I'll just stuff it in really good, and it will start a little bit at a time. Okay, that way you're gonna get everything you're gonna need, and then just bring it up to the top. So I will bring this one out next time. Okay, but I think that it's a good deal because you don't have to worry about whether the store has any or where can you find them and so on. So the best thing to do is invest in some kind of mold if you can find something like this, or like I said, use your doll and make a mold out of it. Okay? And I will be doing other kind of molds eventually. As I try them out, I will show them to you. Okie dokie. Well, let's do to the next thing. This little doll that I'm gonna be. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Okay, this little doll that I'm be dressing on my next video, believe it or not, is her. Now, the reason I wanted to show you some of the things that when you get your doll ready to go, okay, this one has a couple of coats of the cotton on their legs. And I try to make it just as smooth as I possibly could. But then paper towel, okay, it has a little bit of a texture, and I wanted a little texture because I wanted her to look like she has leggings on. So I did, a measure from here to here, and with the cornstarch, glue, just put it on there, and I made it nice and smooth. So that's what I did, and I used a paper towel. Now, the shoes and hands, I like to get them out of the way and paint them, okay? And on this one here, it has a napkin. Well, it's just really, really easy, and I'll show you here in a minute, but first I want to do something else. This is the little dress, the little skirt, actually. Well, this is napkins. All of this is napkins. And the inside is cotton. And I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. It's more like a decoupage, really. So you're going to get your cotton. This is the only thing about this whole thing, is these little balls, because you have to unroll them. And normally I do it before I get started, but today I haven't done it. So you need to do this, like for instance, the length that you need for whatever, I don't know what you're gonna do for your little doll, the outfit or whatever, and it may be different than this, but the length of it, maybe with a little bit more. And I overlap it a little bit, okay? Just like that, whoops. All right. And I just keep on going. I never know if it's going this way or the other way, but one way or the other is going to go. And if it breaks, it's okay. It's no problem. Okay? All right. So I'll just say that it's that. You can make it, like I say, any length that you want it, okay? And for this one, I was trying to think if I have another. I do. Hold on. What did I do with it? I just want to do something different. For this one, and I get this at IKEA. And I don't get paid for anything that I'm telling you where I got or anything. I just get, when I find pretty little napkins, I'll just have to get it. Anyway, this one here, for instance. Okay. All right? The first thing you're gonna do We need some goop. What I don't get in this video, you will get it on the next one, okay? I promise. I just want to, these techniques, because these are the things that sometimes it's hard for me to explain while I'm doing whatever. This way you see it. But this is how they use the, you can use the cotton by itself and make the dress and paint it. But if you want a little bit more, and some of them already doing this, by the way, some of the artists are doing this, using napkins. So I thought, hey, that'd be kind of cool. Okay, let me get this one, and I need to overlap it a little bit. Whoops. Okay, here we go. Just to give you the idea, okay? And I'm gonna turn it around. Make sure you do this in a plastic, okay? That way they won't stick to it. I tell you, I go through this goop. Oh my goodness, you use a lot of it, and don't worry. There's some spaces are a little bit more than others. You just kind of with your hand, just kind of try to make it as even as possible, and it's pretty thin when you get done. Okay, so now I got this size, and I'm gonna turn it around on the other side and do this. And yes, make sure you get something to wipe your hands on because you get wet. And I think I'm going to just try to bring this little right here into it, for instance, the little flower, okay? Because I think it's so cute. I'm gonna bring 2 of them, maybe. Okay, and then this one too. Okay. I do it completely. All right. So I'm going to do this one here and this one here. For instance. Okay? And let me tear up the rest of it just to get it out of the way. Okay, and what I'll do with the rest of it, I'll put the color, what I want it. This is a little bit different than my other one, but that's okay. We can still work on it. And I don't really take any of it, but of the other, I don't take the other, let me put this, I'll just put it here. It's like everything else. You have to work with the design of what you have. This is the only thing I had here, and it's just for a sample anyway. Okay. It's saturated very, very well with the cornstarch. And then, press it down with your hands. And basically, you let it dry. Now, I like napkins that are busy. Like this one here. These are, yeah. I should have done this one. Okay. This one I got in IKEA too. It's so busy, you can put the whole thing on it. And it works very well, okay? But I'm just going to show you how to do it, how to put it on. Whoa, whoa. And so, yeah. Once you have that done, you would put it on a place that you're going to let it dry. And it don't take long to dry overnight. It's fine. Most of them are. And then you can cut it and do it. This is not a good sample of it, really. I would do it this way. Let me do the other way, because I don't like this. It's not a real good sample. All right. So if you're going to get a napkin, make sure it's a kind of a solid thing, and even if it has flowers or whatever, that, it's not going to show you mistakes. Okay, this is what I would do. Now I'll put this over it, just like that. And I'll just go over it, the whole thing. And be careful, because you know it stretches out whenever you do this. So up and down and all around, but gentle. Because I let the brush do this work. I don't try to push it down too much. Okay. So when you get it done, and it's dry, it's going to be kind of stiff. Not super stiff, about this kind of a stiff. I mean, it's stiff, but when you wet this in any other direction, it'll get soft again. So it's okay. Then you let it dry, like I say. Where are you? Okay. You let all of this dry, and then you can cut and do whatever is it that you want to do. Okay? So I'm just telling you how to do it. It's decoupage, but in cotton. The same way you do in fabric. You can do it also on paper towel, anything like that. Okay? All right, I'm going to put this on the side for right now and put this out of the way. Another thing that I wanted to show you is I'm making a hat. And see how this is here? Well, I let it dry, but sometimes these little pads, they open up more than one for some reason. So I'm just going to go ahead and put some more. And this is what I made the hat out of the little rounds, okay? And I'll show you here in a minute what I'm gonna do to it. Okay, now, I don't like it just like this. It's kind of blah. So, I cut myself about an inch of a contrast. I had a napkin that had a little border, and I liked it. And it had the green, but also have all the colors. About an inch. And then I came about 1/8 of an inch on either side and turn it, okay? And on both sides, 1/8 of an inch on both sides, okay? And then turn it together, which is gonna give you about 1/8 of an inch bias, okay? And now, I just wanna show you what I did in here. And I'll show it to you on this side. It's not gonna show, so that's okay. Otherwise, I would have put the same thing in the back, and, you know, like this. So, I'm gonna take this one off, because, just to show you, because this, I don't need it to be, it's gonna be like a yo-yo, actually, when I get it done. So, you know, make a yo-yo to do the crown of the hat, okay? So you know. Okay, here we go. All right. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a little bit to kind of get everything and situated. And it's just, it's you know, it's what it is. It's a bias, and you're going to just put it on between it. And you're going to slowly, and I got the wrong one. I don't want to waste it. I'm sorry. Okay, I got this one here. Okay, I'm gonna go in between. See both of them. Okay, this one is the brim, and this is the one I wanted to do. Am I confusing or what? But okay, see. I'll just put it on in very, very center of it. And I just keep coming in and here and under it, and very, very slowly try to give it as much the same length on both sides, or width. Okay? And it's very friendly. I mean, in here where there's a little bit too much, not that's gonna show it, but you can come back and, you know, tuck it in a little bit. And we can do that. See? Use anything you have available. All right, there we go. But the side that is going to show the most, and as you can tell, I'm not doing it in here, the cornstarch. I do it on this side and on this side. that way, it's gonna get wet, but it won't break that easier that way. And then just press it down, and it goes this way. There we go. Like I said, these are techniques that you're going to need, and I thought before I do the doll, why not show this? And that way, if we ever needed to know about it, you can refer to, you know, this particular video and get for it. There we go. So on this side, it shows a little bit of the color that's on this side, which I think is kind of cool. Okay? And actually, I had enough. I couldn't believe it. It's going to come out about right. I thought I made another one just in case, another little bias, but it looks like it's going to be okay. Okay, what are you doing here? Okay. All right, see? Right on it, my goodness. Can I get this lucky? All right. Here we go. And on here, yeah, you can come back in here and just kind of do some adjustments if you need to. Or since this is the same color, you know, it will be okay. There we go. Oops. Oh, my hands. Okay. And here it is. Now, this one here is going to be a yo-yo. For anyone that you don't know what a yo-yo is I'm sure all of you know, I'm going to run a running stitch all the way around it. And when you pull it out, it makes like a little yo-yo, you call. But I'm gonna stuff some of the cotton in it, and this will be the crown of the hat. Okay. So I will have that, and it'll be dried for the next video. So let me put that aside now. And I was trying what else to do. Oh, here. The ruffle here, I double the length. In other words, I did it on a fold, and that way it's nice and finished all the way around it. The top part of it that I did on the cotton, I did bring it in, and with the same cornstarch, it glues on very easy around it. Now the only thing I did, the ruffle, I did just a gathering stitch on it with a pretty heavy crochet needle. Thread, mainly because it's strong, and when you try to tie it, you can give it a little bit more than if you use regular thread. And so, because I didn't have my hot iron in here for the glue, I decided I just kind of stitched it up and down, up and down, up and down, because it was kind of thick with a thick, nice, big needle, and just to anchor it, and I left it like that. But the stitches were showing on this side, and this is why I come in and put a little bit of a trim on it, which are really, right now, is going to be really cute, because when she's all together, it's going to be great, okay? So our next video is going to be actually putting this little girl finished, okay? And then here, since I do have more left of this, and I don't need very much, and it doesn't matter, I'm just gonna put it about half or so. Just fold it about half, okay? There we go. Actually, probably I would do a kind of a 3/4 and fold it. And I don't need very much. Let's see how much I need. Not very much. All right. Maybe just a smidge longer. That's it. All right. Then I'm just going to come in here, make sure I put plenty of goop. And then I'm going to make sure it's the same. This maybe a little bit bigger. Maybe not. It's about right, I think. Let's see, let me try it this way. I'm trying to get it. If I had done it better, I would have. I'm trying to get that little flower in the front, in case you haven't noticed. So at least it looks halfway decent, right? It looks like it has a little flower in the front. It don't look so bad that way. And then go back and voila. Once it's dry, I'll go, put some clear polish on it. All right? And of course, any kind of area where you go into, show or whatever, flesh, then I went in and did that. I painted it. Anything that's going to take the time from doing it afterwards, because this is the problem. These are so tiny and everything. Try to get a brush in there for it to look neat. It's really hard. So this way, as I gather as much as I could that I knew it was going to work. And then what I'll do is, make sure, I will put it on tomorrow. Okay, and of course we'll glue it and all of that, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this sort of tutorial. Like I said, sometimes we have to do boring things before we do the good things. But from now on, I have a lot of things that I've been making. Actually, this little puppy dog, which is a Winnie dog, I just made it. I still had a little bit. I'm not very good, and it's okay not to be good. You're learning, I'm learning. But I have a Winnie dog, and I wanted to do one. And she's going to be actually with a little chain. She's going to be walking her little dog, okay? So I made this, I made rabbits, I made a bunch of stuff. So we were going to be making a lot of different things, but I wanted to show you, first of all, the basics of everything. So I hope you enjoy this video, and if you are not a subscriber, please subscribe. It's not cost you anything, and we'll be happy to have you. And also, push the bell so you can get the notification as soon as we put a video out there, okay? Thank you so very, very much. Stay well, crafty, and God bless you.